Welcome, this is episode 6 and it's are you making these 2 mistakes when designing a Squarespace project? And the key here is to use more steps, as we will see. So the first one is plugging the content in at the end of your web design process with your client. The content, many argue, is the most important part of your website. The content, by that I mean the text, maybe the photos, some video content possibly, but that stuff is the most important thing on your website. You really do not want to just pop it in at the end with the client in a last minute rush to get it in there. It really makes for a recipe for disaster. So if the client is adamant that they want to write the content, I would certainly give them some tools to do that, some guidelines, maybe some previous examples that you've worked with your clients. But really here is an opportunity for you to kind of sell an extra service and hopefully make a little bit more money by selling copywriting. And that can either be done by you if you're going to put in the time and effort to learn that, but probably likely is you're going to hire some kind of third party or a freelancer to help you with that. And that just makes for a much better project. They are working with words every day, and if you're the Squarespace designer, you're kind of working with code and design all the day. It's a different kind of skill, although they certainly do overlap. But with a much more experienced writer, it can make for a much higher quality Squarespace website and just a better end result for your client. So number 2 is don't design in Squarespace. What do I mean by that? So once you've kind of hopefully got the content from the client early on in the project, many Squarespace designers, they go straight into Squarespace and start designing in there. But really, I would argue there's 2 kind of main big steps that many miss out on, and that is, one of them is mood boards. And what I would do there, if it's just if it's a quick project, is to find 5 sites that are different from your client's competition, but they still show them to your client and actually have a conversation with them. Would you like your website to be like? What do you like there? The style, the color, whatever it is, and just have a conversation rather than just going straight into Squarespace and kind of designing your site in there. This is going to save so much time for you if you're going to use mood boards, and you're going to get a lot less rejection if you're going to spend a week or whatever it is in Squarespace designing. Then you kind of throw it to the client, oh, here's me, I'm finished. And then there's quite a high chance there that the client might say, look, sorry, we don't like what you've done. So mood boards kind of are that kind of bridge between your kind of research and actually getting into the design of your Squarespace website. So then you get into design, and I would say that it's going to be a much better project for you guys if you're going to design something in Photoshop or Sketch or any. It doesn't really matter the package you're using. They pretty much get the same result. But it's just if you're using a design package, Sketch, Figma, whatever it is, you can make a lot more decisions a lot quicker rather than dragging something out. And when we're writing about CSS in Squarespace, you can pretty much drag things and just change it so much more quickly in a design package. And if you're making more decisions quickly, it makes for more iterations. And one kind of thing with design is the more iterations you do generally, and just about in all cases, you are going to get better design. So if you're dragging something out and it's just going to take a second or two in Photoshop or whatever, it's going to allow you much more time to kind of explore design rather than kind of coding it in Squarespace. Another reason is you're not restrained by the Squarespace capabilities. If you've used Squarespace for a while, you kind of know what it does, and you kind of know the limits there of what you can do, but that's in the back of your mind, and it kind of restricts kind of creativity in your design process. And I would say that you would also build much more creative projects that will differentiate you from your competition and other Squarespace designers. It's quite a big thing, that really. As I'm gonna do some future videos, and they're going to be all about differentiating yourself from other designers, and that's coming up soon. But that concludes this short video. I hope you've taken something away from it. If you have any questions or comments or things I've not explained correctly, please leave a comment in the YouTube, and I will pick that up every couple of days. Okay, thanks for watching.